Good morning students. In the previous video we had seen the second application, that is your operational amplifier as a summer, scalar and averaging circuit there. So next application of your operational amplifier is your instrumentation amplifier. So instrumentation amplifier is, so if I want to amplify your very small voltages or low value of voltages, then we go for your instrumentation amplifier. So basically our instrumentation amplifier is going to consist of 3 op amps to amplify the input signal there. So how your input signal is going to be measured is, it is going to be measured with the help of the transducer. So the input stage of your operational instrumentation amplifier is going to be a transducer, where this transducer is going to have a pre-amplifier circuit also to be incorporated there. So here whatever is the physical quantity I want to measure, either I want to measure a resistance or a temperature or whatever is the quantity I want to measure, the physical quantity, that can be measured with the help of a transducer. So we know that in general the output of the transducer is going to be of a very small value there. So when the output of the transducer is going to be very small, I need to amplify it to drive the output circuit. So for increasing the output voltage of the transducer, we are going to go for an intermediate stage, where that intermediate stage is nothing but the instrumentation amplifier. So our instrumentation amplifier will amplify the transducer output voltage to a gain in such a way that it will be able to drive the output circuit. So the output of the instrumentation amplifier will be given to the output stage, where the output stage can be a meter or it can be an indicator there. So here the output stage is going to be an indicator and an automatic process controller there. So here the input stage is going to be connected to the intermediate stage and intermediate stage to the output stage with the help of your transmission lines. This is the basic generalized block diagram of your instrumentation amplifier. So now we are going to see the instrumentation amplifier using your transducer bridge. So here we have used a resistor bridge there. So here we are going to use a transducer there, where this transducer is going to vary according to the physical energy what we want to measure. So when the resistance of this transducer varies, then it is going to be proportional, it is going to generate an voltage, where that voltage is going to be proportional to the physical quantity what we want to measure there. And this transducer is going to be driven by a DC voltage. So here we assume that this bridge is going to be a balanced bridge there. So when this bridge is going to be balanced, the voltage that is going to be generated at this point and at this point is going to be same. So VA is going to be equivalent to VB when the bridge is balanced. And suppose once the bridge is balanced means your RA value, RB value and RC value are all going to be same. And this RT is going to be varying according to the quantity what we want to measure. So since the bridge is balanced and these two quantities are going to be fixed, your VB is going to be constant there. But if the RT value is going to vary, that is the transducer is going to, output is going to vary, then automatically this arm of the bridge is not balanced and there is going to be variation in your VA voltage there. So this VA voltage will be given to your voltage follower there. So voltage follower, the name itself tells the output is going to follow the input. So this is your VA means here also I will be getting my VA voltage there. If this is going to be VB means my output voltage is going to be here VB. So here output is going to follow the input. So if I am going to write my KVL equation, it is going to be VA minus VAB minus VB is equal to 0. When I write it, so that means that VAB is equal to VA minus VB. So this voltage I will be giving it to a differential amplifier there. So the differential amplifier is going to be designed in such a way that this R1 is equivalent to this R2 here. And similarly this feedback resistance is going to be equivalent to the R3 resistor what I am going to use here. So here in this case whatever is the differential voltage VAB I am going to get, that is going to be amplified and we are going to get the output voltage there. So this output voltage will drive the output meter here. Okay, this is the concept of your instrumentation amplifier using your transducer bridge. So here you are going to have your bridge to be balanced. When the bridge is balanced, your RA, RB and RC are going to be same and RT is going to be a constant one. So that means VA is equal to VB. Then after that we are going to see what is going to be the physical quantity we are going to measure. This arm of the bridge will vary there. So once this arm of the bridge varies, then automatically VA will vary. But since here in this case your RC and RB are going to be fixed, your VB voltage will not vary there. So if VA varies, then automatically this VA will vary and there will be a differential voltage, where this differential voltage will be amplified by this differential amplifier and we will be getting it at the output there. So here we will be seeing the derivation there. So next is we are going to use a resistive transducer, and this resistive transducer is going to produce the resistance changes, which is going by the physical energy what we are going to apply to the resistor transducer. You are going to have a resistance changes to be present, and we have seen that in this circuit a bridge is going to be excited by a DC voltage VDC there. So here in this case your bridge can be excited even with an AC voltage also. So we are taken for simplicity your DC voltage there. For balanced bridge we have assumed that VB is equivalent to VA. The arms of the bridge we have taken VB is equivalent to VA. So I can write my VB voltage is equivalent to your, so this is your VB voltage. So this is your VB voltage. Here I am going to have my resistance RC, and this resistance is going to be your RB, and here the voltage is going to be your VDC. So I want to find out VB. So VB is nothing but VDC into RB divided by RB plus RC. So similarly this side if I am going to see, this is going to be your RT plus del R, and here I am going to have your RA. So the voltage at this point is going to be VA. So VDC, VA is equal to VDC into RA divided by RA plus RT. That is your resistive transducer there. Before any physical energy is applied to the transducer, all the arms of the bridge is going to be balanced. So balanced means my VB is equal to VA. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to find out. So when the bridge is balanced, your VDC voltages gets cancelled and your expression is going to be RB by RB plus RC and RA by RTC. So this is actually a bridge is balanced. So bridge is balanced means your RC by RB is equal to RT by RA. So since your resistance RA, RB and RC is equal to RT, I am going to substitute in the above expression. So we can say that the output voltage of the bridge is going to be a function of the change in resistance of the transducer there. So your VA is equivalent to RA into VDC, divide this VA voltage, RA into VDC divided by RA plus, now your transducer varies, that is RT plus del R, and VB is going to be the same because it is fixed resistor values. So VB is equivalent to RB into VDC divided by RB plus RC. So here VAB is equivalent to VA minus VB. So VA value is RA VDC by RA plus RT plus del R minus RB into VDC by RB plus RC there. So we are going to assume that RA is equivalent to RB is equivalent to RC is equivalent to RT is equivalent to R. So if I simplify, take the LCM and simplify it, so this term will get cancelled. So you can see that your RA RB VDC, here this one, and this minus RA RB VDC is going to get cancelled, and you are going to have RC is equivalent to RA. So when RC is equivalent to RA is equivalent to R, I can have it as R square VDC, and similarly this I can have it as R square VDC. So this R square VDC and minus R square VDC will get cancelled, and finally my expression is going to be del minus del R into RB divided by VDC. RB is nothing but R. So del R into R by into VDC divided by your RA is going to be R, RT is going to be R. So it can have it as 2R plus del R into 2R there. So here we know that your del R is going to be a very small value, or we can see that this R and this R gets cancelled. So this R and this R gets cancelled. So finally my expression is going to be minus del R into VDC divided by 2 into 2R plus del R. So we see that you are having a negative sign. So negative sign indicates that my VA voltage is going to be lesser than the VB voltage because of the increase in your value of your del R. So now your output voltage is going to be your differential voltage, that is nothing but your VAB. So this VAB is going to be given to your differential instrumentation amplifier, where your differential instrumentation amplifier is going to consist of 3 op amps there. So here we are going to use your voltage followers. circuit to eliminate the loading of your bridge circuit there. So here the gain of your basic differential amplifier is going to be minus Rf by R1. So here we are going to have V0 is equivalent to VAB into minus Rf by R1. So what is VAB? Del R into VDC by 2 into 2R plus del R into Rf by R1. So here that minus and minus gets cancelled, and next is del R is going to be very small compared to 2R, so I can neglect the del R. So in that case it will be denominator will be 4R into R1. So I can write V0 is equivalent to del R into R into VDC by 4R into Rf by R1. So here we are going to have it as Rf by R1 into del R by 4R into VDC. So this R and R will get cancelled here. So we will be getting this expression there. Thank you.